Hey everybody, it's Sam. This is my response to our Module 1 discussion for EDL 551, and I really enjoyed listening to everybody's videos because I learned more with discussing the material versus reading the book, so it helped me comprehend the information a little bit more. And also, since I'm not in class, since I'm a WebEx student, this gave me the opportunity to learn a little bit about y'all individually and more about who you are and how you view yourselves and how these identities fit into your life. First, I would like to start off with Chance's video, and I like the part where you discuss your religion and how you discuss that you're not a Christian, but that can be also shaped by your peers. And then when you lived in the Midwest, you felt that it was important, but not as important as it is in the South, and your idea on religion can change based on your environment, and I definitely agree with that. I have lived here in Raleigh my whole life, and growing up in the Methodist Church, I definitely understand your concept of the South and religion, and I do definitely see the correlation between those. And I also like how you talk about it is important to focus on individual theories, but it also is important to use them in combination because realistically, in the real world, we're most likely going to have to use them together because there are certain situations just one model is not going to take care of everything. So just definitely a great way to apply the practice of theory per se. And moving on to Gina's, you describe the outside and inside identity like an onion. And I like that because I describe my best friend as an onion. People think that she's shy, but once you peel those layers back, you really find out who she is. And your outside identity is the blonde-haired, blue-eye, typical Southern lady. And when you were in New York, your stereotype was that you were dumb just because you were Southern. And they assumed that you didn't know somebody because you were from the South. And I think that's very interesting because you're being stereotyped based on a region, even though you're in the same country. And then also you talk about you have a hearing impairment, and I definitely understand that. One of my other best friends that I went to school with is hard of hearing, and I understand what can be a struggle and how it's an inside identity because not everybody knows that. And then, Gina, you also go on to say that people that come into school with money already paid for, that it can be said that they don't work as hard, even though they might have the will and motivation to work as hard as someone that's receiving financial aid. And also, please excuse my cat in the background. And finally, for Thomas, I really enjoyed, I think you say Jing, I was able to look at the models that you were talking about, and I didn't have to find it in the textbook to refer to the coordinates that you were talking about in it. So I really liked that in particular. And I liked how you said that you're not in Kansas anymore when you're talking about moving from the New England area to Miami, and that it's something that you took for granted because of your location where you were. And then I like when you talk about that the combined aspects, the complete whole of who you are, being white in recovery, not spiritual. And that's who you are when you reflect upon yourself. And I think it's great that you were able to share that with us, that you are in recovery. I think kind of that's on the inside, but showing that to us is really spectacular. And as Forrest Gump says, and that's all I have to say about that, I really enjoyed getting to know everyone through this module, and I hope to work with everybody again. Thanks. I hope you have a great night.